Hello, this is Kathleen from Guide Light Tarot. I want to welcome everybody to the June 20th show. This is going to be a show for personal readings, and questions will be $5 for a single question, or 3 cards readings for free. Having a slow day today, and it's a beautiful day across the nation. The weather's been wonderful, so I'm going to do a collective reading because nobody's in the room yet. So I'm going to give time for people to come in the room and join me. And then we'll start doing personal readings. And so I'll do a reading for the collective, the energy that's going on right now for the collective here in the USA. I'm doing really good. I'm sorry I wasn't on last weekend. I've been working on packing and getting the house organized for our move and getting the house put on the market. We haven't put it on the market yet because it needs some work. I've got probably another week of work before I can actually get a realtor out here and start doing appraisals and stuff like that. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to come in. I see my announcements just came up. Marby and Red Dragons, thank you for coming in. I'm going to start the list. Like I said, thank you all for understanding. I was packing last week. I've been having a lot of vertigo too this last couple of weeks. I do not know why. And of course, for the vertigo, I'm getting a lot of nausea with it because I'm just like, I was talking to my daughter about that yesterday, and she said she'd been experiencing a lot of vertigo for some reason. Also, so I don't know if it's just the energy in the atmosphere right now, or I'm just overdoing it on the packing, all the bending and lifting, and I don't know if that's just throwing my balance off or my equilibrium off. Usually don't have a lot of problems with vertigo, but here lately, I don't know. We may be having, my ears haven't been buzzing, but there may be earthquakes in the season. I tend to get a little vertigo when earthquakes are around, but I usually get buzzing in my ears with the earthquake too, the energy, the shift of the energy. So I don't know what's causing it right now. And I go to the doctor next Friday, so that's something I'll discuss with her if it continues, because it's really weird. And I'm not sure why I'm having it. So, hey, Tammy. I'm adding everybody to the list as I go. I'm getting ready to do a reading for the collective. I'm using the Light Seers deck for the collective reading, which I usually use. So let's see what we got coming up. I'm liking these cards. Except for the final card. The underlying card of this reading is the Four of Cups. So we've got opportunities coming our way, decisions to make, options available to us. It's just a matter of not ignoring all 4 offers or the last, the final offer. We need to weigh everything and then follow our hearts. That is followed by the Hermit. The Hermit's going to be guiding our way through this path. He lights up our path and he's moving us forward onto the right path. And we get the Four of Wands telling us, yes, we have a really strong foundation as we move forward. And so, whatever opportunities come towards us, we have a really strong foundation to make that decision and to move forward with those wands, or that creativity, that knowledge, that know-how, that strength, and community. So we've got that, and then it is followed by the Sun. So this is going to be great opportunities. The Sun is the best card in the deck. We come into this reading with the energy of the Queen of Swords. This is that take no nonsense queen. She's a strong queen. She stands in her truth, in her things. She doesn't take the BS from people around her. She moves forward with her strength and her knowledge and charges forward and moves into a very positive direction. I forgot to do a crossing card. Okay, well, I will throw one on top of this one. Okay. The center of the reading, we get the Three of Pentacles. This is us as a community, as a collective, working together to meet our needs, our obligations, and move forward in conjunction. This could be with family, friends, neighbors, associates, business associates within work. But it's working together as a collective to move in the direction we want to go. It is crossed by that Nine of Pentacles, the ability to stay financially stable and also keep good health, because I think the pentacles are representing both our health and our financial stability, and you can't have one without the other. Above it, we're the Queen of Wands. This is that queen that uses her creativity, her knowledge. She stands in her power. She charges forward. She takes actions as opportunities come forward. So this is that very strong queen. She's grounded and she's articulate, and she's very creative of how she approaches things, way to get things done and work in conjunction with other people to get things done. And then underneath, we're all trying to find this. We get the Two of Pentacles, that balance, that financial balance, that balance in our health, that balance in moving forward. So we are all wanting that balance. And as we move forward into the future, we get the Six of Wands. I don't see this as a false victory. I think this is meeting our goals and challenges. So we are going to be victorious as we move in. Yes, things are not going to be picture perfect and all shiny and roses and all that, and happy smiley faces, hearts floating around us. It's going to take work. But as we put in the work and we work together as a collective with our friends, our loved ones, our neighbor, our families, people around us, it's going to make us victorious, standing in our truth, standing in what we believe in, letting our government know what we want as a collective. I think we all want the same thing right now, the crazy mad king to get impeached or step down or be taken out somehow. Sorry, I don't see him dying, but I do see him collapsing. So my guides keep on telling me 8-9, 8-9. I think it's towards the end of July, going into August, that he's going to have a medical issue. So August, September, he'll finally. I keep on seeing him, visually seeing him collapsing on stage in public, where they have to wheel him off with the EMTs because he can't walk, he can't talk. I think he's going to have a stroke in public, one that's bad enough to take him down. Then he's going to disappear, and then they're going to do some AI things like pretending like he's okay. Here's him sitting at the Oval giving a speech at his desk, and it's going to be AI before, I think he's going to lose his voice. He's going to lose his ability to walk. He's going to lose his voice. He's going to have a serious stroke. But that's my prediction. Maybe I'll throw cards on that before we go into personal readings, allow more people to get into the room. What we're feeling right now is we're feeling like we're standing in that Knight of Cups. This Knight of Cups is, some people could call it the false knight. I never think of it as false knight. I think of more of as emotional thing, and the Knight of Cups. We're feeling really emotional right now. As a collective, nothing's wrong with us being in our emotions. We just need to make sure we're driving our emotions in a very positive way. We're not putting our headset in that doom and gloom. A knight, of course, is doing something, moving forward, making plans. He's not just sitting around doing nothing. He's not crying in his milk, but he's moving forward in that positive way. I always think of knights as action cards, for the ones that get out there and they charge forward in things. He may be the slower knight. He may not be the fighting knight, but he's the planner. He's the creative one that's wanting to bring abundance into someone's home. Cups being abundance, water, good fortune. So he's doing what he needs to get his household, his stores, whatever he needs in process. Where we're feeling as a collective is the High Priestess. We are relying on our faith our courage, our spirituality to help guide us in the right direction. We are tapping into our guides and spiritually to help keep us grounded in a positive light and keeping connected moving forward. I think it's a great place for us to be. Do not dwell on negative things. So, you know, don't buy the false news. If you're like me and you're on Social Security and they're all kinds of stuff. You never know what's true on the internet. I follow Dr. Weir, Wier. He is a retired Social Security manager for one of the largest Social Security offices in the air. He has a website that he talks about what's going on in the news. That's a real website. He connects with Charter to help people find medical benefits through Social Security. He talks about all the different programs there are and stuff. I find him very, very informative. And plus, he has also a website and groups of people that will answer questions online as well as offline about different Social Security issues that you might not be able to get the information from the Social Security Administration because they're working on skeleton crews basically now. And a lot of the very strong workers that used to be there aren't there. So a lot of the people there are young and naive, don't know all the rules, can't answer questions properly and stuff like that. So that's a great resource for those of you on Social Security or just heading towards that way to ask a lot of questions and get truthful answers based on facts and the information he's talking about that keeps on getting advertised all over the internet. He addresses because people question him about, well, I saw on this website and I saw on that one. I always say if you're looking into that kind of information, look at when it was started up. There's a lot of misinformation out there right now of these sites saying, oh, you have a deadline and you have a this and you have a that. If you look and see when the website was created, they're only a month or two old many times. And do you trust, hey, we're giving you all the Social Security news on a month or two old station? They're talking about change of laws, but they never quote any of the statutes, things like that. When you try to Google them and look up, what are the changes of law under this topic? There's nothing. And I do that research myself too. If they say something's changing, I look it up to see what the bill reads, see what's changed. When you can't find any bill on it, they can't make verbal changes without something in writing to reference back to. So the advice from Spirit coming into this reading for the collective is the Nine of Wands. Now this is an obstacle card, but look at the wands are set up as a fence. It's a very low fence. We need to step over, move forward, and take action on to go forward. Don't let the little things get in your way because you can still moving forward. The final card of this reading, though, is the Three of Swords. A little bit of heartbreak. I think that's just because things are changing so fast, so rapidly. Prices are going up. Our president's out there in the world stage making a fool of himself and all that. It's a little bit heartbreaking to me. I don't know about you, but to watch our president go to the G7 and make an absolute fool of himself. And the world, he's on display for the whole world. He's dying before our eyes. His dementia is getting extremely less. He doesn't even know which direction he's walking into anymore. And he's still holding office. I don't know why they're propping him up. It's time that that be let go. But I want to get a clarifier on this heartbreak card. Is that heartbreak for us as a collective, or is it heartbreak for us as a nation? I don't know. It's sort of sad to watch somebody be under the demise he is. I am not a Trump fan, but one thing is an embarrassment as well as we're all going there. We need to stop and take a 360-degree view at the hangman of what's going on around us, what's happening around us. This allows us to stay informed and to move in a positive way. We need to keep an eye on the big picture. Let's see with that heartache. We have the Ten of Cups. This is abundance and fulfillment, happy families. So we know that as a collective, if we're watching what's going on, we will stay in this energy of that abundance and being able to make it through. This is not always alone. This can be with a community, you know. We are all a family in our community, so helping one another. And then it is followed by that Ten of Swords. There are things we do need to walk away from. I think our president's one of them. So we will see how this unfolds in the next few weeks in this month, and see how that this month unfolds. So I don't know. I like this reading though. It's telling us to stay very positive, stay balanced, stay connected with each other, because that's where we're going to find success. Look for those opportunities. Like I said, don't go out and go crazy shopping, but as you grocery shop, do a little stocking in your pantry, you know, picking up a few items here or there as you go along. And yeah, the funniest thing happened. My daughter called me yesterday and she says, "Get your cards out." And I'm like, "Why? You don't like tarot readings?" And she goes, "No, it's not for me. It's for my husband." He wanted me to call you and ask him to do a reading. I said, "Well, why didn't he call me?" And he starts laughing. She's got me on speaker. He's sitting there too. He goes, "No, I want a reading." So I did a reading for him. I guess he's had another job opportunity. Now he's going back and forth. Which one should I take? So I didn't know anything about the second company. I was there when he did the interview for the first one, and I just glitched what was going to happen from the interview and told them right before he went on it, and that's the way it unfolded. And so, yeah, I did a reading comparing the two different law firms that he's looking at. And then I said, it's up to you. Both of them look good. They both have different things going on. I don't make people's life decisions, but, you know, and then my last advice to him was, before you call them and take an offer, sleep on it. I said, you'll be clear. Don't jump before you're ready. But I thought it was funny. He does that periodically, calls me and asks for a reading. And he is pretty intuitive himself. It's a great attribute to have when you're an attorney, be able to read people one way or another. I truly believe he has some intuitive skills. He was also a police officer and a fraud investigator, very good at what he does. And so he's just building his career up. Okay, well, we've got 3 in the room right now, and I know people will be coming in the room as we start our readings and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and do 5 card readings for everybody. If you do want to send a donation, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, my expenses are running up. I've been buying packing boxes and things like that, above and beyond my budget. So I could use any help you're willing to give me. It also helps support my costs for running this channel too. Okay, hold on. I got a touch screen. Let me see. I did pin my information to the top of the screen. I need to get my screen down a little further. There we go. So I can get to my list. Okay, the first reading is to Red Dragon. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I know we're going to be in the 80s today here in Central California. And let me see. I don't know exactly how high it's supposed to be. A high of 83. We're at 82 degrees right now. It'll be 83 in about an hour. But we have this beautiful, beautiful, cool breeze going through today, and the wind's blowing at, I think, like 7 or 8 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour. So it's a nice little breeze. I love it when the wind's blowing. When it gets stagnant, it's awful. And we get those, I'm in California, so we get those the Santa Ana inversions, where it feels like the sky's pressuring down to the earth. But right now, our weather's wonderful. And in a couple days, we're going to be back up in the hundreds, so I'm not looking forward to that. I haven't been hearing my air conditioner turn on at all. I have it set at 79. I keep it set high because I figure if it's 100 degrees out and it's intermittently raining, I have tile floors throughout my house, so the tile gets cold and it keeps the house cooler, so the air conditioner doesn't run as much. And as long as you're barefoot in the house, if your feet are cool, your body's cool, it just helps temper your body temperature down, and it's livable. And if you feel too warm in the house, go outside for 10 minutes or so and then come back in. The difference between the 100 degrees outside and the 79 in the house, at 20 degrees difference, feels so much cooler. I always tell my husband that if you're hot, go outside for a little bit. And he's like, it's hotter out there. I'm like, yeah. And then when you come back in, you'll feel the coolness in the house. Get over it. I can't afford to keep the house 60 degrees with utility prices. I'm dreading the utility prices at 79. Okay, for Red Dragon. Let's see what we get today. We're going to do 5-card reading. So if you want a question, I'll do 5 on 5 the current week and then the future week to answer your questions. That'll be fair. I like your cards. The underlying reading of this card is the Spirit of Wands. That is that Page of Wands telling you to use your creativity, use your knowledge as you're moving forward. Be aware of your environment and that you have these abilities and this creativity. So think of different ways to do things. Be creative about it, but it's going to help you out. Stay in the present. You need to live in the present. Don't live in the past, and don't live in the fear of the future. God, stay out of that fear energy. Don't buy all that propaganda. Don't feed into fear and division and all that. Or, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? Chicken Little, the sky is falling. No, the sky isn't falling. Yes, we're going through rough times. We have to find ways, but we need to get through them as a collective, as individuals, with our families. But by using your creativity, keeping your energy very grounded and very positive, it's going to be a lot easier to go through than to worry and worry and worry. Unplug from the news. It's easier than you think. I've gotten where I read more of the headlines and don't actually listen to the full programs because it's so overwhelming at times. And then a lot of the companies, it's a repeat. And somebody just sent me a donation. Thank you. That would be Kim. Kim is that Red Dragon. Who's Kim? I don't have the name in the thing. Anyways, moving into the reading, you get the 4 of Pentacles. That's telling you to be conservative with your money. Hold on to what you got. Don't go on big spending sprees or anything like that. Be very conservative with how you're spending money. Get all those bills paid. Do your regular shopping. Pick up a few items. That is being conservative with your money and your finances too. Is not going on that big shopping spree, but picking up that few extra items to keep your pantry full for the future. It's a form of savings. So keep a little money stashed away. Don't spend down till the last time. I know for some of us, I know my budget's dime to dime. I'm currently at the paycheck to paycheck right now. A lot of us are, but I'm trying to be as conservative as possible. And I told my husband, yeah, we're stripping down on the grocery budget. As things get higher and higher, we're stripping back. But we did get a case of zucchini and crookneck squash. I still need to get my food processor out and get that shredded up and make some zucchini bread, take some over to my neighbors. I sent them over a bunch of squash because I got a whole case. There's just two of us. We've been eating, I've been making zucchini dishes all week. Everything has zucchini in it, and mostly vegetarian meals. I've used very little meat. I made a zucchini lasagna, and you use the zucchini, thin slices of zucchini, and use that instead of pasta, the noodles, and it turned out absolutely wonderful. I did use some sweet Italian sausage in my sauce. I made a quick marinara sauce and threw a little bit of Italian sausage in it for flavor, and it was wonderful. My husband really liked it. I didn't know how he was going to like it because he doesn't always go for all the 100% vegetarian dishes. But then um, I used a 16-ounce container of ricotta, about a cup of mozzarella cheese, and some Parmesan Reggiano, fresh grated Parmesan Reggiano in my filling with an egg cracked into it that helps bind that cheese. And then I did 3 layers of zucchini with the ricotta between. It turned out wonderful. And he came back and ate another great big piece, and I was surprised because I'm a type 1 diabetic and I'm on an insulin pump. I ate that and I didn't know what it was going to do to my blood sugar because I didn't have the carbohydrate count on it. It didn't have any bread in it. It didn't have any very little meat in it. So and cheese is relatively low in carbohydrates. So I decided not to take insulin to see what it did. And my blood sugars were 98 before I ate. An hour after I ate, my blood sugars were 126. It barely even moved my blood. So I didn't take any insulin because I didn't need to. I was right in perfect range still, which is pretty cool. So, and I don't know. I haven't sat down and calculated the recipe for the cheese, how many calories it had in it. The zucchini's none. The sauce isn't that much because I used 3 links of I had the link sausage. I used 3 links of that in my sauce, and then I only used half the sauce I made. I made another pasta dish with zucchini, with just shell pasta and zucchini. Added zucchini into the sauce, and the last 2 pieces of the lasagna that was left over, I chopped it up and threw it in with the noodles and stuff too. It worked great. Waste not. Just combined it in. It was really good too. And it was basically like having a sprinkle of cheese mixed into your pasta dish, because there was only 2 pieces left. So, and I made a half a pound of shell noodles for just the 2 of us. So there was about 4 servings, 1 cup servings by the time I mixed it all together. But it worked out great. So I know I'm going to have to start doing little cooking programs at some point in time, probably after I get moved and I remodel the kitchen. Because when we remodel the kitchen in the place we're wanting to buy, and I want to put an island and put my stove in the island rather than my stove against the wall. So if I do decide to do some cooking demonstration videos, I'll have a space to do it. Anyways, future things to look forward to. Okay, on with your reading, Red Dragon. I know I'm babbling on. After that 4 of Pentacles, you get the 9 of eggs, the 9 of cups. You got the golden goose thing. This is abundance coming towards you. Abundance comes in all ways. It's not necessarily financial. It's your ability to meet your needs, to have what you need when you need it, and to have, the people around you to help you out. So you've got abundance. And I love your cards because then right in the center of the reading, you get the World card. And this is the card of ascension in my deck with the butterflies flying up into the atmosphere. This is telling me that you're on the right path. You're moving in the right direction. You're staying grounded. and you're allowing yourself to follow the lead of your guides and moving forward in a very positive way. You are on the right path. It is followed by the embodiment of swords. The embodiment of swords is that it's king of swords. This is that king that is standing in his strength, his power, the truth. And this is how you're running your household and your life, is in that strength in a very positive way, and not taking gift from anybody, knowing the direction you want and the way to go. And I love the final card of this reading because you get the Ace of Pentacles, also abundance card, financial abundance and security. And of course, the fish is a representation of an abundance, like a water card. So I love this card. The cards are great for you right now. And just, go with the flow, watch the money you spend, and make sure that you're investing in yourself when you do spend money, not in trinkets, but in just securities. Put some money aside for a rainy day. Use a little bit of that money to expand your stores and your groceries. So pick up a few extra items here or there as you grocery shop. Don't go nuts and crazy. And know that you've got abundance coming your way. Things are moving in a very positive direction for you. So I love the cards. And I am going to hit it when my phone locks. Unlock. I'm going to switch over because I'm showing that either there's a lot of conversation going on or I have more people that have come to the room. Oh, okay. Red Dragon is Kim. Thank you, Kim. That's how I see your name several times. I don't remember names really well. I do appreciate that. Every little bit helps right now. My grandson gets his casts off, I think, Monday. That's my daughter next time I talk to her. And the grandkids are out of school yet, so she's all happy about that for the first week before they drive her crazy. You're here, Tammy. I know you're here, Tammy. I know you get in and out and get busy around the house. So I won't miss you. Yeah, if you have to leave the room for some reason, just leave it up, and I will. If you're in the room, I go ahead and read for you, and you can go back and catch it on the replay. Not a problem. Okay, next up is Marby. I like it when the room is small. I don't feel like I'm under pressure to make sure I get everybody in within an hour to 2 hours. I can relax, and it's such a nice day today. I tried to get Dean to come on with me, but he had a hot date this afternoon. And I go, you be you. I said, oh, how dare you stand me up just to go on a date. Anyway, that's good for him. I think he's got till July 1st is his last day of summer school, and then he's got a couple days, and then he's going off on his cruise. So I'm going to get him back on with us before it's over. I'm going to try to get him on tomorrow. In fact, I should have cut a deal with him. Of course, who knows? He may end up busy tomorrow, too. So, for Marby, think I'm holding my deck upside down. Yes, I am. I don't read reversals anyways. Love the cards for you today, Marby. I think the readings, I feel like the energy is really good for everybody right now. Well, the underlying card of the reading is a heartbreak. So I feel like this is something you're coming out of, something you've worked through, some energy you've worked through. It was difficult. I don't see this as a breakup with a husband or a spouse or anything like this. I feel like it's family related, but it's not a tragedy. It's just you are standing in your energy, doing the right thing. It's followed by that Five of Pentacles. This is feeling like you're leaving. I think you feel like you're leaving somebody out in the cold, but you're not. Whatever decision, whatever this is that's causing this heartbreak was a good decision for you. My guys are saying yes. Whatever it is that occurred was the right thing for you to do because you were standing in your energy into positivity. And then I get the Six of Swords. This is you moving to calmer waters. So whatever turbulence has been in this, it's weird how these cards came out. Whatever turbulence was going on, however little or big it's been, you are moving to calmer waters now, and things are going to feel much better. And you get the Inspiration of Wands. This is you standing in that energy, having taken the right actions, using your creativity, your knowledge, and your know-how to do this and stand firm in what you're doing, what you're believing in. So, and this is interesting. You get the Inspiration of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands, followed by the King of Wands. So you are getting support with your spouse, loved one, your partners within the family of doing this. So I love these cards. As you come into the reading, you get the Four of Cups, opportunities, options to take. You're going to have some great options and opportunities coming your way. Weigh everything carefully. Follow your heart. Do what you feel is best for you when you're making that decision. It's your decision to make, not others. So it's all right to talk to other people, but you need to follow what is right for you as you make decisions on the opportunities that's coming towards you. Because whatever decision you make, the sun is shining on you. Best card in the deck. It is going to go well and it's going to go your way. And this is meaning you're also on your life's path. That is followed. I love these cards. See, these cards are powerful cards. You get the sun, and then right in the center of the reading, you get the Ace of Swords. This is you standing in your truth, your strengths. This is a yes card. You're making the right decisions. You're going in the right direction. Be proud of the decisions you make and stand with your truths as you move forward in that. You are the magician right now. You have manifested this coming towards you, these opportunities coming towards you. And it has allowed you to make the best decision and have those opportunities come to fruition for you. So you have created this. You put this out in the ether, and now you're getting your wishes coming true with this magician. And what this is allowing you to do is the final outcome on this reading is the Seven of Wands. This is allowing you to rise above everything, standing above all the conflict that's been around you recently, and you're rising above it. It's allowing you to ascend into that more powerful position. So I love these cards. Love them, love them, love them. So blessings to you. I hope that rings true. And I'm just bebopping back and forth. Are you looking for a partner? I never know if anybody's married or single or in a relationship. So if you are, let me cut the deck and see what comes up. Well, when you find them, you're going to quit juggling so much and you're going to find balance in your life. So So whoever's coming towards you in a relationship is going to bring you balance. Long time ago, I used to do a lot of personal readings and let people do, just everybody do a question. And I always hated those relationships. Oh, I met so and so with the initials, and is it going to be working out for me? And I'm like, I always feel like if you have to ask everybody what to do in a relationship, you may not want to be in that relationship. You may not be ready for it. I'm going back through and seeing there. Almost like I'm adding you to the group. Let me see if anybody else has snuck in between. A rabbit dragon. Okay. Could be a really nice little room today. Of course, we know. I'm sure Trendzone will pop in right before we shut down. Probably taking a nap. Trying to get back up to my starred people here. And next up is Tammy. Hi, Tammy. I hope everything's finding you well. Yeah, those of you that follow Brenda, I had stated on her. I forgot to put a notice out. I don't remember posting a notice that I wasn't going to do a show, but I did let Brenda know, and she let everybody in the chat know that I was just taking the day off because had been working on the house. I took a break. The Brenda and I many times will watch each other's program. We'll be in there and we'll chat, but we're doing other things around the house while we're doing this. So I was more listening than you guys know when I'm in the chat and I'm actually sitting there watching it because I tend to read in the background. But I still need to bring a call. We think about each other all the time. We've both been so busy we haven't touched base with each other. So for Tammy. Underlying card is the embodiment of swords. That's that King of Swords energy that you're living with. You're taking your strength, your power as you're going through this period of time, Tammy. It's also followed by that Ace of Swords. So this is that yes card. You are in control. You're standing in your truth in that beautiful energy. And the Seven of Pentacles. You've planted all your seeds and you're starting to reap what you sow. And of course, I get the Two of Cups. This is you're in partnership. So I take it your relationship is going really well, and you're working in partnership with another. So beautiful. Right now, you're coming into the reading with the Hermit card. He is guiding your path as you move through this period of time. So know that your guides are there. Listen for them and watch for those cues. what direction they're wanting you to take now, because they are lighting your path as you're moving through this period of time. This is allowing you to, with the Seven of Swords, is allowing you to rise above where you've been and standing in your truth, in strength, in power. This is signified by the leopard in the tree who has ascended into the tree to get a better view of everything going on so he can make the right decisions and stand in his truth. You are the Empress right in the center of the reading. The Empress is that person that is connected with the divine, with your spirit guides, and you're taking control of this. You know, this card is depicted with lucky elephants. Elephants bring luck and good fortune to you. So you're standing in your strength and your power right now, and things are just going wonderfully. It is time to get that manifestation back on and out there. We have a full moon coming up in 2 weeks. So start putting that out in fruition, what it is that you're wanting to come up next in your future, because you get the Magician followed by that Seven of Cups. So all those opportunities are out there. Your guides are open to new possibilities for you. So get out there and remember, when you're putting in anything out, energy out to your spirit guides, asking for help, assistance, and to help you achieve something new, always keep it positive. If you're making a list, never write I don't want. They don't know what don't means. They're going to see this, they didn't see that, not this. So always put it in a positive format when you're putting that request out, the spirit of what you want to achieve next. Keep everything in a very positive framing, and also put that power of love, joy, and stuff around yourself, not just around other people out in the universe, but around yourself too, that you keep your happiness, your health, your strength out there in fruition, because we all want to stay that, keep grounded and keep balanced. But these are the two final cards. It's the Magician followed by that Seven of Pentacles. You don't want the illusions and the delusions. You want the manifestation. And if you put that out there in the universe, that is what you're going to get back. Remember, it doesn't happen instantly in a snap. It takes time, but those things will come true and come to you in time. So I love your cards. I love the readings we're getting today for everybody. And trying to sneak these cards back in to the deck. I always cut the cards back in. It's always funny how they resurface themselves after shuffling. This deck shuffles really good. I love these cards because they're not stiff. My old lady hands have a lot of arthritis in my right hand. It's too warm to wear my glove on my hand. Ooh, all winter. I have those pressure gloves that are fingerless, and they get a little warm in the summertime, especially when it hits the 100. Okay, next person up is Mo Silk. I'm gonna pop, of course, back into the other group and see if anybody else has come in the room. Yes, I know he's awesome. I think you have connected with the right person, Tammy. Okay, next up is Melissa. When we're done with this, I'm going to go back through for everybody, and I think pull surrender cards, since we have plenty of time and it's been really slow. And then if anybody else comes in the room, I can go ahead and do a reading and a surrender card. Tomorrow, I am going to be on tomorrow at 3 o'clock also. And I will be doing the spiritual oracle cards with multiple oracles, doing the readings that way, which I love doing it. I like the way those work. So I will write Dean and send him a message, because I know he's out tonight, and I probably won't talk to him till later this evening if he comes in early enough. Of course, he's 2 hours ahead of me, so he can call me at any time. And let's see if he wants to come in and do oracle readings tomorrow, or at least for a while, just in case he has something that he needs to do. Okay, and give this deck another couple of shots. My kittens are trying to get under the door because they hear me in here. But I'll tell you, last night I was sleeping away at about 2:30 this morning. My little gray kitten, he's such an honoring little boy. He jumps up off the top of my headboard. You know, I've got this curved headboard on my bed, onto my nightstand, onto the top of my lampshade, mind you. And the lamp, of course, came crushing down on me. Luckily, it didn't break the lamp, but it threw him across the bed. Then he ran out and he did not come back in. He had been pestering me off and on all night. So it was really hilarious though, because as I heard the crash and it knocked things down on my nightstand. Luckily, it didn't knock my half drink cup of coffee off. That would not have been nice. But he came flying across me. I had just opened my eyes and this cat flying across my head. It was hilarious. Also, the underlying card of your reading is the devil. This isn't you're the devil. This isn't bad things coming around you, but there is somebody around you that is trying to suppress you or control you somehow. See how this comes out. They're putting obstacles in your way with the Nine of Wands, but realize that, yeah, even though they're trying to control you and put obstacles in your way as you're moving forward, you're going to get through this. In this card, the Course of Seagulls trying to take the little turtles as they're moving from their nest out to the great ocean and new exploration. He doesn't have one in his sights where he's going to catch one. So you will be aware of that coming towards you, but be able to move it. You're driving this chariot, so just watch your environment, people around you, and don't let people make decisions for you or tell you not to do something or try to lead you in a different direction than you're already going. Use your own tuition and do what it is that feels right to you. Don't follow the lead of others telling you what to do. You drive your own chariot. I do want to get a clarification on that devil, though. See what's going on. Yeah, these are obstacle cards. That's followed by that Ten of Wands. That's another obstacle. You're going to get past that obstacle. You have a solution of moving the obstacles out of your way so you can move forward in a positive direction. So keep your eyes open. Watch out for that kind of energy around you. And you're going to move in the right direction. I'm going to come back to that devil card and do it after I read the cards. I will come back and do a clarifier on that devil, see what kind of energies around it. Coming into the reading, your guys are wanting to tell you to stay present in the moment. Okay, so don't be looking back in the past of what's been going on in the past, and don't look too far in the future. Be present on what's going on in the now. This is going to keep you aware of your environment and things going on around you. It's going to be moving you in the right direction. You have the Action of Pentacles, which is that Knight of Pentacles. It's a slow-moving knight, but it's a steady knight. So financially, you're going to be okay. So if this is in regards to any of your finances or anything like that, as long as you're staying in control and controlling your own money and how you spend it and what needs to be taken care of, then you are going to be in great positions. It's slow and steady moving. Right in the center of the reading, you have that Hierophant. This is your spirituality. This is your connection to God, your connection to your guides and the divine. So keep that energy very positive. Keep yourself grounded. And this will help you keep connected with your guides and your divine energy as you move forward. You are going to rise above with this Seven of Swords. This is you standing in your truth, standing in your strength and your power, and making your own decisions. So whoever this is that's trying to suppress you or control you or trying to be your puppet master is not going to succeed as long as you stand in your truth. Stay in the present, and this allows you to stand in that truth and make your own decisions. The final outcome card is you're going to be, with this, all this energy around you being so present and being so aware, it is going to feel like an obstacle with that Eight of Swords, but realize that's obstacles a delusion. You feel like you're all tied up, but just slip that cord's up there. It's not tied. Slip that obstacle off your arms and know that you can set yourself free from it. So just be aware of your environment in this next coming week, so that you can keep control of what's going on. Don't let somebody make those decisions for you or give you all that great advice that is not going to be so great for you. Follow your intuition when you're moving forward this week. Let's get a clarifier on this Devil card. Okay, I love her. So this is somebody that's a partnership with you, or a spouse, or a boyfriend, whoever your significant other is, maybe trying to lead you in the wrong direction. They're using the delusions, trying to convince you the opposite. So be aware of somebody trying to manipulate you, using a form of manipulation to get you through. And then we get the Six of Pentacles. There will be somebody out there that will try to help you out, and with some charitable advice. Remember, as advice or help with the charity card, it's just advice. It doesn't mean you have to accept it, but it doesn't mean you have to push it away either. So consider anybody that's trying to give you charitable advice, giving you that form of charity to help you out. Take into consideration, not under that devil energy, but under an outsider coming in and saying, well, you do have options, blah, 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 or here's an opportunity that you might want to look into. It. So that is what energy is around that devil, but it feels like it's coming from somebody that you're in partnership with. This because a coworker, your significant other, your a partner or something. It could be a close family member that advises you a lot. But know that you need to make your own decisions. Don't let people make them for you, and you're going to do fine. So blessings to you. I hope that helps out. Come back on tomorrow and let's see what those oracles are going to tell you, because I think you're going to get some good oracle advice tomorrow from Spirit as well. I'm hearing yes. So come back in tomorrow and let's get some oracles going. I'm going to pull the surrender cards. So let's see what I'm going to work backwards through the list as I go. So we'll start with Mulsik on that. Let me get these cards in. I'm going to jump back in and see if anybody else has come to the room. You're so welcome. Oh, hi, Tony. Okay, let me grab Tony's reading, and then I will do oracles for everybody. The surrender cards for everybody. So nice to see you, Tony. I'm doing well. Been having a little bit of you had asked earlier. You sent me an email. I didn't answer you because I've been busy packing. I've also been busy with a lot of vertigo off and on, which makes me nauseous. But I'm getting busy anyways, so I'm trying to get a little something. I've been working hard 2 or 3 days and then taking a day off, and then rebalancing myself, but it's slowly but surely getting done. I've even been working on my office, which you can't see because I'm packing down cards and stuff, although my shelves are empty behind me. I don't know how much. Yeah, you can see some of them are empty. Some of them still have pictures on. I didn't realize I had so many cards. I have 3 boxes that are, they're the Amazon boxes, the, little square Amazon boxes, what I decided to pack my office down in because they're consistently all the same size. And they'll fit under my desk. once I get it, then I will mark which batch is. I'll mark 1, 2, 3 is the priority box, the ones I use most frequently, and then my collections of cards and stuff like that, and all my books. I got all my books. Part of them packed. No, I've got them sitting here because I've got some in the living room on the bookshelf in there that I need to bring in to pack them all together, so I don't have books in 20 different boxes when I'm looking for my books. But anyways, it's been busy. I'm just trying to get the house to the point where we can bring the real estate agent in and do the appraisal and get it listed. And of course, once I get the appraisal, I'm going to talk to my neighbors before we open it up on open list and see if they're still wanting to buy the house. I've talked to them a couple times and let them know that, we're getting ready to put it on the market. So they haven't got back with me on that yet. But once we're ready to take that step, I'm giving them first option. If they aren't ready to move forward, I'm just going to go ahead and list it on the open market. I hope they want to buy it, though. I know they've been wanting to buy it, but do they have the ability to do it right now? They just put a great big patio in next door too. I don't know how much that costs, but it's a big patio. And we have big lots in this neighborhood. Considering our houses are only 10 years old, and a lot of the homes have lots that are about a third of the size of our backyard. I have enough room to put a great big swimming pool in and still have a yard with grass and all that, plus patio all around it. So yeah, I've got a great big yard at this house. It makes these properties very marketable and very competitive in sales. So okay, the underlying card of your reading, Tony, is perspective. So this is that highest perspective where you're in the hot air balloon. You're not just the hangman. You are in the hot air balloons up above the atmosphere, being able to look at the whole big picture as everything is unfolding around you right now. Spirit wants you to remember to stay in the present. This card keeps on showing up for people today. So I think it's a great piece of advice for others. Live in the present, live in the moment. Don't live in your past. Don't live in the what ifs that are going to be coming forward. Live in your present and be present while it's happening so that you can make decisions there in the moment and not get stuck with things from your past that you need to sever. You get the embodiment of wands. This is you at King of Wands, that creativity, that knowledge. You're moving forward in that energy. So just keep up the good work and know that you have a good foundation. You're using your truth, your strength as you move forward, and you have a great foundation as you move forward. You come right into the reading, Tony, with the Wheel of Fortune. Of course, this is telling you are working right now on your life path. You're going in the direction you're supposed to be going. Trust in that energy and stay on track because it's only bringing good things towards you. You have the Inspiration of Wands. This is that Queen of Wands. This is that once again, that creativity, that knowledge, that strength. You put that energy out in the universe, it pays for you. You stay in your energy, in your strength, in your creativity, and it's going to lead you in the right directions continuously. This is part of your life path. Remember right now to be very frugal with your money. Don't go on in big shopping sprees or anything, but hold on to what you've got. Invest into the supplies around the house, things that are going to make life easier when we get into tougher times, which we all are going to be seeing tougher times with the economy the way it is right now. So save money in case of an emergency that you may need to be able to tap into, but also keep the supplies up in your house, whatever. Doesn't mean go out and go on a big box shopping spree. This means as you're going shopping, pick up a few extra items, keep your pantry full, because you are like me. You're a mom. Your college students are going to come through and do a little grocery shopping in your pantry. So as long as you have several of everything, you can help them out with providing food and stuff for the ones that aren't living at home. Take them care packages or send them care packages to help them out and make ends meet, our starving college students. I was very fortunate. My daughter went to college in Santa Barbara, which is about a 2.5 hour drive from my house. So I would go over every 2 or 3 weeks. And of course, I'd go on a cooking spree before I went over. She lived in a garage. Above a garage, they had built a second floor above the garage. It was nothing but rooms, and it had a big living room and kitchen in the center, and then just rooms. And they rented out these nice rooms to college students. They built it for their kids when they had hit college age to keep them at home, and it allowed them to be not in the house, but in their own apartment setting with a shared living space. And after their kids had gotten through college, they started renting them out to only girls, college students. And the woman that owned it was absolutely fabulous. She was like a house mom. She kept tabs on all the girls, and if they were sick or anything, she'd call the parents and let them know, oh, your daughter's sick, blah, blah, blah. She also had strict rules, no overnight guests and things like that. So she was really good, and she was very selective on who she moved in. So I would make food up and then take, pasta and stuff like it, because I had a full kitchen, and make enough for her and her roommates, which always loved me coming by. And I live closer than a lot of the other parents, so I always brought meals and stuff, and packed it up so she could heat it up and share it with her roommates. And that really helped her out on some of her expenses. And I love Santa Barbara. And then I'd just crash out in her room with her. She had a queen size bed in there. So I would crash out and stay the weekend with her, and we'd run around Santa Barbara, and I'd go home. But it was fun. So, okay. The frugalness in the center of the reading was that Four of Pentacles. Okay, you get the Moon card. There are things happening around in the secrets to be revealed, changes to be made. Those things will be coming out and coming to your notice soon. So this are things happening in the background. So I think we're still working on things in work. We haven't talked in a while and caught up. But those things are coming to fruition. You are driving the chariot right now. So whatever direction you go, you're driving that chariot, and it's going to allow you to continue moving forward in that right direction. Like I said, you're starting out in this reading on that life path, and you're going to continue staying on that life path. Just keep on going for the gold, and you're going to get there. So you are driving your own chariot right now. So a lot of success coming towards you. You're still moving in the great direction. And I love it. So I'm going to pull a surrender card for you, and then I'm going to work back through the list and pull one for everybody else, since this is a nice short show. Today we're at the 1 hour mark right now. And I'm shuffling them so I can cut them, because I don't lay them out one at one. Okay, it says surrender to passion. Is there somebody special coming in towards you, Tony? So surrender to passion. It says get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on people and activities that ignite your passion and let you flow. So it may be just getting out with a group of friends and stuff and just letting your hair down and having a good time. Okay, so blessing to you. And the Mulsilk. I never know how to pronounce that. Let's see what we get for you. Surrender to the need to always be right. Oh, this is my sassy card. It says, give others the gift of letting them be right. except for that devil that's trying to control you. I think that was your reading. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. And then I go up, and we've got Tammy. Surrender to trust. It says, trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you will have chosen the right path. I like that one. And then for Marby, surrender your fear to intimacy. It says, you are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any pattern that stopped you from opening your heart. Did you say something about a relationship? There you go. And then we've got, as I scroll up through the list, Red Dragon. Surrender to frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or resolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. That's a great piece of advice. Remember now, on all these surrender cards, if they apply to you and they resonate with you, you are meant to hear these, so they apply to all of us. I know I can always pull these cards and say, oh yeah, that one's for me. Oh yeah, that one's for me. Because they really do apply to all of us. I love these cards, though. I'll be pulling these again tomorrow, along with my cards from spirits, along with whatever oracle decks I have pulled up. As I'm packing, I have found more of my oracle decks that I had in the living room back when I was reading in the living room. I think most of them got boxed up because I've been trying to box things up and get them packed in. But I will be back on tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I want everybody to have the beautiful rest of the day. Hopefully, I know was looking in New Jersey weather today, and I'm sure Maryland, where Tony's at, is running about the same temperature range as someplace around the 80s with actually lower humidity than it has been recently. So probably Tennessee, same thing. The weather's been beautiful across the nation this weekend. I think a lot of places are running in the mid 80s, the low to mid 80s right now with lower humidity. So those storms have passed through, and then I know the East Coast is going to have some rain coming up the following week. But enjoy the beautiful weather. We're going to be going back up towards 90 and then into the hundreds again next week as the week goes on. So it's going to be hot, and then we're going to cool back down over the weekend into the low 90s and back down into the 80s. We're on a roller coaster ride. We think we're spring now. We had an early summer, and now we're having our spring. So the May and June sort of traded places. I'm dreading the heat of July, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so blessings to you all. I will see you tomorrow. I hope you guys can all make it in tomorrow for readings, and hopefully the rest of the crew will come in. I will be on Brenda's show, which starts at 11 o'clock Pacific time. I believe 2 o'clock Eastern time, 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah, 2 o'clock Eastern time. So join Brenda and Ann over at Brenda's Tarot tomorrow. I'll be there in the background. Listening, and I will be on tomorrow at 3 o'clock Pacific time. That'd be 6 Eastern time. So I will see you all tomorrow. Blessings to you, having a wonderful weekend.